Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Here I am, headache, 19 years old, going to a school I don't know. Here I am, having a cold, sick on a day where I want to be well. Here I am, in a phase of my life I never prepared for, but always expected, stretching and changing to the new demands of this thing called adulthood. I've never appreciated change. Here I am, fumbling, clumsy fingers attempting to craft a future, feeling like a toddler with a block tower and no balance. I fight to keep my world from tipping. Here I am, honestly happy most days, only hoping that all of this effort means something in the end. Here I am, still so caught up in endings when my life has barely begun. Here I am, dreaming, working, praying, forgetting, standing, running, and desperately hoping to fly. Good afternoon, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, fellow graduates, distinguished guests. Y'all look amazing. A round of applause for yourselves. It's truly, truly a joy to be here with you all today, and thank you so much for having me. To Dean Rashad and Assistant Dean Saunders Thompson, to the Office of the Dean, to the Departments of Art and Theater Arts and Music, thank you all for making this day happen and putting in the work that it takes for all of us to get here. And thank you to Professor Pointer, Dr. Harvey, Professor Bartley, and so many more amazing faculty for giving the wisdom, information, and guidance that I need to be here. To my dear family and friends, y'all loud, thank you for bearing with me as I've gone through this long and somewhat bumpy journey. To my dear husband for encouraging me in every moment I wanted to quit. And to my mother for encouraging me to attend her alma mater, Howard University, and preparing me for all the trials and the joys. HU? You know. Yes. It's truly an honor to stand before you all as a Howard graduate, daughter of a Howard graduate. The poem that I read at the beginning of this speech is a poem that I wrote in the summer before I attended Howard. Throughout the speech, I'm going to read one more poem in the same format that was written in my first semester at Howard, and then a third poem that was written just this week, in my very last week, in my very last semester at Howard. There's so much to be said about my time here. There's so much that I have learned, that I have watched my peers learn, that we have all gained from being at the College of Fine Arts together. Studying under professors who participated in and formed the Black arts movement, studying art history through the lens of Blackness and looking at Howard University's undeniable mark on it, and running up and down the hallways of the second floor to make sure we can get from the painting room to the ceramic studio, and me, myself, spending all of my days in the ceramic studio, making pots, mixing glazes, firing kilns, burning the occasional trash can, and spending time alongside my beautiful, amazing fellow graduates. And though our program is strong, our professors are brilliant and legendary, our administration renowned, the biggest joy of studying at the College of Fine Arts for me is knowing that I'm being educated alongside the next luminaries in my field. My classmates, friends, and fellow graduates will be remembered in the same sentence as Bisa Butler and Chadwick A. Boseman and our very own Felicia Rashad. I know this with certainty, and being among them, y'all, has been one of the biggest privileges of my entire life so far. Here I am, 19 years old, going to a school I'm learning to love, filling in the cracks in their system with a clay I mold in the ceramic studio, finding good friends and laughter to fill in the cracks in me. Here I am, fumbling, clumsy fingers trying to craft a future and doing perhaps better than I ever have before, feeling like a giant with a mouse's heart, and uncertainty be the color of today. Uncertainty too be the color of today. Here I am, smearing paint across the canvas of life and calling it a masterpiece, hoping no one looks too closely, hoping no one asks too many questions, bluffing my way through. Here I am, stepping into roles meant for adults once. I guess I'm an adult now. Here I am, wishing for the ease of childhood, but living for the joys of today. Living for the way hearts sound when they sing and straight A's look on a transcript. Here I am, searching for my superpower again and again, only to find my hands every time. Being a ceramics major here at Howard has been a special joy because our department is small and we don't always have everything we need, but we make do. We are a family. And though Taylor and Professor Pointer and Kylie and I will all be parting ways, I'm gonna cry. We know that we'll always have each other. And today I'm so happy. It's so sad to be parting ways. Taylor's going to Japan to study ceramics, like the brilliant person she is. Studying under Professor Pointer has been a special joy because he is our only professor, and seeing him work over the years has taught me so much. Professor Pointer's work is often, if not always, a social commentary, and he uses witty titles and whimsical elements to point to the folly and the beauty and the corruption in our society. And this brings me to the most important thing I've learned here studying at the College of Fine Arts. Art is important and Black art is revolutionary. Our work, our will to create, see, and be seen is not only beautiful, it is necessary and powerful for the functioning of our society. Art is often overlooked and underappreciated, but the College of Fine Arts teaches us that what we do is not only integral to the function and betterment of our world, but it is beautiful. Art allows us to imagine better worlds, to create solutions and craft healing. It allows us to enter the hearts of people and gently nudge them toward justice and love, and away from hate and bigotry. We know art is necessary, and to prove it, I will modify a question that Professor Pointer likes to ask on the first day of Ceramics 1. He says, how soon after you wake up do you touch clay? I say, how soon after you wake up in the morning do you interact with art? Is it when you lift your bedspread that was designed by an artist? When you drink from your coffee mug that was made by an artist? When you wear your clothing that was created by an artist? We know art is powerful. We see this when we look at painted protest signs that say Free Palestine. We see this when we hear marching songs that fuel movements. We see this when we look to the work of Afro-Cobra or any number of Black revolutionary traditions. Studying here has taught me that the instinct that draws us to paint or dance or act or sculpt should be the same instinct that draws us to fight. For Black lives, for Palestine, for Congo. To show up at protests, to demand divestment, to work for justice in our world, in all of the beautiful ways that we know how. Art is powerful and vital, and I take this with me and hold it close when I feel afraid. The world needs art, so the world needs us. The world needs you. The world needs the work of the College of Fine Arts 2024 graduates, and ain't it a beautiful thing that today the world will finally get it? Yeah. I would be remiss if I ended this speech without remembering the countless students in Gaza who will never be able to graduate because they were killed, or their universities were bombed, or their professors were murdered. I'd be remiss if I ended this speech without remembering the Palestinian American students who were shot simply for being Palestinian. We as Black people can relate to being shot only for our existence. And I would be remiss to end this speech without remembering the courageous students whose graduations have been delayed indefinitely because they dared to stand up for justice. I hold the memories of these people close as I walk this stage and try to honor them in all the beautiful ways that I know how. Here I am, 21 years old and so alive, feet braced, back straight and ready to live and build a life. Here I am, not even close to wise, only eager and unafraid, armed with history and clay, and the wisdom of my ancestors fortifying my bones. Here I am, certain and searching, at the end and just beginning, changing. Here I am, knowing that my superpower is my voice in my hands and is mine. And with that, I'd like to offer my deepest, heartfelt congratulations to my fellow graduates of the College of Fine Arts 2024 class. Congratulations to you and your families and your professors and your mentors and everyone who has helped you and has helped all of us get here. Thank you so much. And have a good day.